What's up XRP holders? In this very quick video I need to show you a signal which is right now flashing here on the 3 daily time frame for XRP, and the last two times that we saw this exact signal the price went up by at least 70% in a pretty short amount of time. So I want to show you this and many other important metrics that you need to see right now as an XRP holder. Is the bottom in? Can we expect a huge reversal back to the upside? Let's talk about it. First of all guys, smash up the like button. Can we get this video once again back above 1000 likes? That would be highly appreciated, and let's get into the content. So this is the 3 daily time frame for XRP. So every candlestick that you see over here represents 3 days in time, and this price action goes all the way back to the beginning of December. And you can also see this downward sloping resistance line with 3 touch points as so far. So with yesterday's I would say crash to the downside, XRP actually perfectly retested this downward sloping resistance line, and as you can see we got a strong bounce back to the upside ever since. As a matter of fact, we are still up by approximately 14% since that bounce from yesterday. What is interesting about this trend line is that in the last 2 occasions the price of XRP bounced significantly to the upside. The first time was here at the beginning of December. We saw that huge rally, eventually we formed a higher low, and that was the point where we saw more continuation to the downside and eventually a pump of approximately 80% for XRP, which is of course significant. The second time and the last time that this signal occurred was actually here at the beginning of February. XRP bounced from off this trend line. We saw a huge rally, 71% for XRP. So the question is, are we about to see another huge rally, maybe as high as 70% or maybe even more? Who knows? Is that a possibility for XRP? Well, if we go with the probabilities, it should be a possibility for XRP, and that could bring the price at least to a $2.75 here in the short term. So what I'm telling you right now is that, of course, I don't know whether this bounce is going to happen or not and how high we are going to pump, if we're going to pump at all. But what I'm telling you right now is that if we look at the probabilities, there is a pretty decent chance that XRP could see a significant rally somewhere here in the coming days ahead of us. This is definitely not a good moment to, I would say, get rid of your XRP, to sell your XRP, because if we zoom out here and if I actually sketch out a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low of the 24th of October when this huge rally started for XRP to the highest point, then you can see that XRP with yesterday's daily candle, this is 3 daily, we got that perfect bounce back to the upside from the 0.382 Fib level at approximately $1.61. If we lose this level with, I would say, a daily candle and significant volume, then the next support below us is located at $1.28, and that is the 0.5 Fibonacci level. But for now guys, we're holding support here. If you look at the left hand side, back in November we also got a huge rejection here, so there was some volume that got transacted at this exact region. Previous resistance is right now flipping into potential support. So yeah, it could be possible that the bottom is in for XRP. I'm not gonna call it, but it is definitely a possibility. Furthermore, if we take a look at XRP's weekly time frame, and if we take a look at the fear and greed index specifically here on the bottom side of the screen, and by the way guys, I posted this a few hours ago on my Twitter. Make sure to follow me over there at steph_is_crypto with the blue check mark. Be sure that you follow the right account on Twitter, on Telegram, on Instagram, on every platform, because there are a lot of scammers, a lot of impersonators active. I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you to sign up to anything. I will never DM you personally, so just be aware there are a lot of scammers out there guys. But here I posted that this XRP bottom signal has never been wrong. You're about to get rich. And if you focus on the bottom side of the screen, you can see the crypto fear and greed index on the weekly time frame, and you can see that we are currently once again in that extreme fear zone. And typically whenever you buy or whenever you decide to hold your coins into extreme fear, basically guys, the bottom is in or extremely close right now. This is not a good moment to sell. You want to sell into the extreme greed. You don't want to sell whenever this index is into the extreme fear. So just be aware of that. I'm not saying that the bottom has to be in right now necessarily on this exact moment, but what I am saying is that typically average entry prices are very good whenever you decide to DCA into extreme fear. Definitely not the moment to sell. Let me now show you the next resistance that XRP needs to break to in the short term to give us that confirmation that the trend has shifted from a correction back into an uptrend. But before I do that, guys, if you want to purchase or trade XRP or any other altcoin, then sign up to Weeks. Use my referral link down below in the video description. If you use my referral link and if you sign up to Weeks, then you can claim welcome bonuses up to 30k, easy to claim, completely for free. You just need to follow the deposit requirements and you need to trade with a certain amount on the Weeks exchange. Also keep in mind, Weeks is a non-KYC exchange, which means that you don't need to verify yourself with an ID card or anything. It's literally as simple as signing up with an email, a password, and you're good to go within a few seconds. Another huge benefit from my referral link specifically is that your trading fees on the Weeks exchange are going to be extremely low, even zero if you trade with futures, which is absolutely massive. Personally, I also trade over on Weeks. I like the exchange. I trust the exchange. It's always good to diversify among multiple exchanges, of course. But yeah, if you want to claim these huge deposit bonuses and benefits, then definitely sign up an account with my referral link. Let me now continue here with the analysis. And this is XRP once again on the 3 daily scale. Now, what do we want to see right now in order for us to confirm that the bottom is in and that we are already reversing? Now, first of all, guys, what you need to understand is that basically since the beginning of December, the XRP price got supported here on top of the $2 price region. Each and every time when we dipped into the $2 zone, we saw significant bounces back to the upside. But right now, for the first time, we are starting to, I would say, close a 3 daily candlestick below that $2 region. So that is actually not a very bullish sign here in the immediate short term. So if you want to have that bullish confirmation that the trend is indeed reversing back to the upside, then simply wait for a break above $2. That could be a first major indication and a sign of strength here for the XRP bulls. Also, if we take a look at the liquidation heat map, then we can see something very, very interesting. And if you can recall, in 2 videos ago, I said that there was some liquidity below the price around $1.90. And what you can see is that XRP exactly wicked down. We took out all the liquidity from the long positions, and right now, as you can see on this heat map, there isn't a lot of liquidity below the current price. The overwhelming majority of the liquidity is currently piling up above the current price. So from short positions, people betting on lower prices, and what the price typically does is it goes after the highest liquidity in the market. And since that liquidity is almost alone from short positions, I think that a short squeeze is the most likely outcome rather sooner than later for XRP. So once again, this is a signal to take very serious. It tells us that there isn't a lot of liquidity below the current price. Most liquidity is above the current price, so we can expect that rotation to the upside anytime soon. But once again, if you want confirmation, wait for that break above the $2 price region. Now, the next and the last chart that I need to show you is actually this one. This is the Google Trends indicator with XRP as the search term. Now, what you can see is that we had a huge correction here basically since December. XRP search volume, so retail interest, basically dropped. But right now we are extremely low on this interest indicator, so it could very well be that the bottom could right now be in and that we are going to see much more retail interest returning back to the market, and that is what we all want to see. Basically, guys, another sign that it could be that the bottom is either in or extremely close right now. So this is not a good time to sell your XRP. That is my personal opinion. That was it for this video. If you found it helpful, of course, like the video, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you want to have access to my trade signals, then sign up to my trade signal group. The link is down below in the video description. I'm posting day trades on a daily basis, swing trades as well. And if you want to have access, definitely check it out, guys. We are doing extremely well. I want to thank you all for watching, for the amazing support, and I'll see you very soon with another XRP update. Bye bye.